Hello everyone. Today we're going to do our first video of a 4-part series, maybe more. We're going to build a book application, and the application's going to let you populate data and save it for long-term storage and pull the data back. And we're going to use various different programming concepts. The first one that we're going to cover is implementing an enumeration. This will allow us to easily populate this combo box with various types of book genres. And we're going to see how an enumeration declaration will help us organize our code, make it very readable for us to maintain. Makes it very easy to update, and we'll learn how the enum works. And without further delay, let's get started. So the first thing I'd like to do is define my enum here. And my enum is going to be called genre. Genre here going forward is now considered our data type. So the enum is going to look like strings, but behind the scenes, they're actually integers, which will make our code run uh, more efficiently. It uses less memory than a string, but we get the benefit of seeing our code as a string when we're writing it, when we're using it, and that'll help us also avoid creating errors in our code because we are more or less forced to use this framework. So the compiler will help us catch mistakes. But let's populate the enum here with some basic genres that you might see in book categories. Like a library, you might see a few different genres. Here we got fiction, nonfiction, mystery, fantasy, science fiction, and I'm gonna leave my last one for later just to kind of show how easy this is to update our list. So what I'm doing here is I'm showing what the integer value is going to be behind the scenes. This is what the compiler is going to carry around. So for us programmers, we get to see the word fiction, nonfiction, same as the user, but behind the scenes we're able to use, the code is able to use an integer, which is far better for the efficiency aspect. So now that we have our enum, the next thing I would like to do is populate the combo box with this enum. And that can be done pretty easily with one line of code here. We just need the name of the combo box. Combo box drop down. There's a couple of different ways you can describe what this list is here, or this control rather. And to populate the combo box, we just say enum GetValues. So this is very similar to how we'll put char dot to upper or some other variable type. We can access extra functions And then all we need to do here is say what our enum type is. So there could be, we could have multiple enums in our project. So type and type of, and this should populate our combo box. And we'll see here, it's already showing up our list. So one really nice part about using the enum here, I just want to add another value. Let's say it's a biography. And now my combo box just instantly grabs that, and it's giving us the text form. But behind the scenes, it's using integers, which optimizes our code. So now that we have shown the simplicity of populating the combo box, let's test our enum. Let's kind of poke around and see what we can do. So let me create that function, double clicking the test button here. And for future sakes, we're going to expand on our code, and I'm going to just create this test enum method. We will use other tests for other parts of our program, but this is where we'll start. And this is the code we'll run when we hit that test button. So the first thing I'd like to do is just display what's inside the combo box. So the way we're going to display what's in the combo box, we will use the Enum Parse. Enum Parse. So let's write that function. So here's our data type. Our data type is the enum data type that we've defined up here, and I am going to create another function just for the future. This makes my code a little more readable. And a little more intuitive to understand. So get genre from combo box. To me, just makes it a little bit cleaner and requires us not to retype this beastly set of code that's coming up right here. Type of genre. And then we want to do the combo box genre selected item to string. So now in the future, rather than typing all of this, we can just get the genre from the combo box. And then we have our selected genre. So adds a little bit of convenience. What's going on in here? Well, we have a typecast. We're using the enum built-in functions, and parse requires the type of enum and the value. So we're pulling the value out of the combo box. What's this going to do? It just returns the value. So let's continue with our testing function here. And then we just want to do a Messagebox Show. And then I'm going to do some string interpolation, I believe is what we call the $sign, which just allows me to put non-string values inside of the quotes. So here we got the selected genre is and then we put the curly braces to put selected genre. So this is not a string, but I'm able to put it inside the quotes because of it. So this will display the string looking value of it. But I can also, by typecasting the selected genre to an integer, I can also display the integer value. So I'll show that here. Fantasy, and it displays the integer value, 3, which is the value that's being carried around with the enum. And the last thing I'd like to do in the test enum is let's just display all the values in the enum itself. So we're going to loop through the enum here. So I copied and pasted the code to optimize our time. So here we have, we're just building a string here, and then we're using this GetValues, similar to what we did for the data source up here. GetValues returns an array, so I can just build an array, my genres array, from the GetValues, and it's just going to get all of these values out of the enum. Then we loop through them with a for each statement. There's our basket, here's our individual eggs inside our basket, right? And then for each genre, we will, this is going to say available genres, start a new line, and then display that same information that we saw from selected genre and the number. So we'll see the string here, science fiction, and the number. And then that'll display. So first we see Messagebox Show selected. We selected fiction here by default. And then here's our list of everything in the enum. So hopefully this was a simple breakdown of how to use an enum and some of the benefits of using one. And that's all we're going to cover for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.